There are a lot of anime tropes in different anime, but my favorite one definitely has to be when the villain changes the morals or makes the MC question their ideology, their philosophy, and their morals. A prime example of this was season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, when Yuji thought that he could save everyone, but then Mahito made him realize that he is just like him, and he had to become the villain in some sorts. Basically saying he'll kill him again and again and again, and that's his role. I've been reading a lot lately, and I've been reading Togen Anki, and I really did want to talk about what happened, because my favorite trope is that, as you know, and something really caught my eye, and I was like, why don't I make a video and talk about it? Just so you know, there are going to be some spoilers ahead. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Before we get into the bread and butter of what this video is about, we have to go back to the roots of our character, Shiki Ichinose. He was, a former delinquent, average shonen MC. The delinquent says that his dad is a bum, whatever, where she was never raised by said person. Then his dad obviously gets popped, and then he actually changes for the better. I actually do like Shiki Ichinose's character. I think he is a really realistic and relatable MC to some people. To an extent, he becomes the average shonen protag, where he goes from being a delinquent to, I'm gonna protect all my homies and life needs to be good and I want to protect everyone, right? Which is an ideal look on things. But this video isn't about that. This video is about that going tragic. But now that we know how Shiki Ichinose acts, let's introduce our main character that we are going to be talking about today. The character we're going to be talking about is so evil, so maniacal, so dastardly. He makes Shao Tucker look like a saint. And not gonna lie, even after having to read these 30 chapters of this character 2 times, I still don't know his name. I know. That's bad on me. But we're just gonna call him Nirvana. This dude has to be one of the most sick and utter disgusting villains I have seen in a while. He's terrible. But let's start off by introducing him. So Shiki and his homies are looking for his other friend, Akari, right? Because he left, and I'm not gonna lie, he left because, I want to get stronger and I don't need friends to get stronger, right? That's basically what the arc is, but basically, they're in enemy territory, they're looking for him, right? And then we get introduced to this guy on his laptop, and the first thing we see is my is playing with stomach intestines. Bro. What? No. He's not playing with the intestines. He is role playing with the intestines. Like they have minds of their own and talking to himself with those intestines. This is the first panel we see him in, and he's already doing some dastardly, freaky shit, bro. Top it all off, this man's talking about, I want to research Mudano and Shiki. I want to research them. Bro, this has to be one of the freakiest I've seen in manga in a while, bro. Then one of his tenants comes in and says, there are intruders, but my boy does not care. He says he wants, Shiki and Mudano to research them. And then he's having a temper tantrum on the floor saying that I want Mudano and Shiki. And then he picks up a brain and then throws it and then breaks or smushes said brain. Dude, this is like 5 panels in, and this dude is already on some questionable he needs to be studied type timing, bro. This time we see Nirvana. Shiki is in the middle of a fight, and low-key, these panels are tough, so I'm going to show them. He's in the middle of a fight with this guy that can amplify his powers based on what he has, and low-key, his fit is trash, and Shiki was low-key clowning him for it. We hear someone on the intercom say, "Hello, is anyone there?" Shiki says, "Huh. Dude, is that a brain?" He has a literal brain on his head. Then he wants to say he turned the brain into a helmet. A helmet? Then the guy that Shiki's fighting is like, "Yo, is that the director?" Bro, the director didn't even know who this man is. Nirvana doesn't even know who this fraudulent man is. And Shiki's like, "What do you want?" And then Nirvana, because that's his name, is talking about, "Don't worry, next time we see each other, you'll be a corpse." And this man, Shiki's like,
"What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?"
Then Nirvana's talking about leaving, and then Shiki's like, "Huh? Then where are the captives?" Because he's trying to save people, and he said, "Well, I'm blowing this sky high." Shiki's talking about an explosion, and then the guy is like, "Won't that kill us too?" And then Nirvana's like, "Sacrifices are necessary." Then, you want me to tell you what else Nirvana does after saying that? Do you want me to tell you? Well, he kicks this one of his subjects in the stomach, which is a child, mind you. Oh, it gets worse. Oh, it gets so much worse. Then Shiki looks in pure terror and asks, "What are you doing?" Nirvana proceeds to say, "See, she's laughing. Isn't it funny? She sells her flattery with the way she smiles since she saw her parents die in front of her. Cheer yourself up. Laugh like this brain. It's your mother's. What's wrong? Smile. What a funny face. Clean this up with a smile. How will you clean it up? Lick it. Correct. Yes, lick it up with a smile. Onis are such funny creatures. Lol. But they're also stupid creatures. She just licked up poison, and she's still smiling. Smile, it's too funny. She thought she wouldn't die if she had a smile on her face. It's so stupid, it's funny." After my terrible voice acting, Nirvana hangs up the phone, and the guy that Shiki's fighting is talking about, "Oh, I'll kill him first." And then he asks Shiki, "What's wrong? What's one less guinea pig?" And then Shiki absolutely booms him and says, "Shut up and die." That boy Shiki said he's gonna chase him to the ends of the earth and slime him. That boy Shiki wasted no time and up the switch on one of the henchmen and say, "Yo, if you don't give me information, I'm about to blow your head clean off." After Shiki activates his inner lion, he finally finds Nirvana, and I said Nirvana. You know, I'm gonna keep that in. After man. After he finds Nirvana, they finally stand off. Shiki finally makes it onto the ship and then finally encounters Nirvana. Then he instantly, and when I mean instantly, I mean instantly, activates his blood eclipse release. What was it? Something of the 10 guns. I don't remember. It's low-key cool. And then they start squabbling. Shiki then points his gun at Nirvana, and then Nirvana summons these two blood-looking clone things, and then Shiki immediately handles them. And then we cut to a different panel where this one guy falls to his knees and they ask why he's vomiting. Then we finally find out what Nirvana's blood eclipse release is. He can turn his bacteria into other people's vital organs. That is actually busted. Why such a freaky character has that ability? I don't know. I didn't write this. After some average anime ability backstory, Shiki asks Nirvana, How low can you go? Shiki then says, "You're the worst kind of scum." And then Nirvana says, "But what do you mean?" And then Shiki says, "The fact that you can't tell what I'm talking about infuriates me even more." And then he absolutely gets boomed by one of the dolls. And then he thinks, what if I just get to Nirvana? And then a doll sneaks up behind him and absolutely eviscerates Shiki. And finally, this is where we get to talk about what this video is really about. So prepare for a lot of yapping. Say, child of Kenshin, look at this. Shut up. I wish to see if this could be incorporated. Incorporated? Do you wish to know how this torpedo radiation system was completed? Don't care. Oh, don't be rude. In the first place, when I was researching Onis, I was constantly surprised. The body of an Oni is a perfect toy for us researchers. Their blood changes shape in a constant. It's not like you Momos are normal either. That's true, but researching Momotaros is deemed prohibited. Well, all is good, since we have Onis at our disposal instead. Back to what we were talking about. I once did an experiment when I was researching Onis. The experiment involved passing electric currents through the Oni's brain. Surprisingly, the current was several times more powerful than normal. I came to a realization that the Oni blood has some sort of enhancing effect. Well, looking back at it, it wasn't so strange since their blood can change shape into a weapon. However, there was a drawback. The electrical signals coming from the Oni brain is essential. Blood alone is meaningless. It was such a difficult time for me, but I didn't give up. After much more research, the electric signals and blood are finally combined into one. The current passed through it was released into the cloud, successfully creating lightning. It took a lot of effort and a huge amount of Oni blood, and we also needed a brain to send electrical signals. Just what did you do? It's so amazing, right? It was really tough. It'd be more exciting to see what could happen if you did this with an Oni child. Shut the hell up! Seriously, why would you do such a crazy thing like that? Why? Curiosity! He's totally broken. It's not like we can't understand each other. He doesn't see Onis as human beings. He looks like a child incorrectly tearing apart an insect. Our values are fundamentally different. At this moment, a clear feeling began to emerge in Shiki. This guy, he shouldn't be allowed to live. He's the kind of guy who's having fun doing something like that and dismisses it as curiosity. If I let him live, he'll just do the same thing again. So, this system, hey, you can stop now. Shut up. Everything you've said. It makes me sick! Oh, what a beautiful sight! So this is the Inki. Shiki wastes no time and absolutely booms one of Nirvana's clones. Absolutely wasting no time. Then Nirvana is also impressed with how much power Shiki has been holding back. They get back to fighting, and then Shiki says one of the stupidest lines known to man. We all know it. We all love it.
I could do this all day.
Then Nirvana says, if you want to attack me, be my guest. But if you do, I'll crush this doll's head. And then Shiki's like, oh. And then Shiki gets absolutely boomed by some spears. Got this man Shiki reasoning shit. These spears are really flexible. This is after your traditional off-screen fight, we finally cut back to Nirvana and Shiki. And Nirvana says to Shiki, the battle is over, is it not? Go on and kill me. Or is it your first time killing someone? This is where this video I was talking about. These next panels that I'm about to reenact for you guys is the trope that I love most. This has to be top 3 trope. I love this. I love this. Weren't you just admitting how easily you lost? By the time you got here, 97% of the captured Onis have gotten under the effect of my ability. I'm not too good at combat. I thought you could kill me. All the Onis in one shot. But I guess it's pointless if you can narrow down the target. That's why you wanted to kill me? Seriously? That process makes no sense. It's disgusting.
Really? The research I wanted to do is already finished, and above all, being killed by you seems interesting. Interesting? Piss off! If you want to die so badly, jump off a shit. When I heard about Mr. Subakari's death, my heart was broken. I don't care about anyone else, right? Well, that wouldn't be fun. In other words, death is the human heart, and it follows us. So I thought if you could kill someone with your own hands, how long would the guilt cling to you? I'm curious to know that. Don't be silly. What the hell's so funny about it? You play with people's lives so much that you do it after death? I hate people like you who only think about themselves. Do humans ever think about anything other than themselves? Everything I do is for myself. Don't you think like that too? I'm different. Then why won't you kill me? You can't kill anyone easily yet say you're different. That's not right, is it? You! I was afraid of killing, but I decided to kill because I wanted to know what would happen to my mind after murdering someone. What happens to my mind after killing someone? Is that why you are hesitating? The hell? You see? You're just like me after all. Think about it for a moment. I'm not like you! I don't want to kill your ass at all. Okay then, I'll surrender. I'll admit defeat to an Oni. Be restrained, and my role will be over. But then, I'll just escape and do the same experiments again. You had a chance to kill me now, but you refused to get your hands dirty. Because of this, I can just escape and experiment on more Oni again. But you'll let me get away. What an irresponsible Oni. Well, it has nothing to do with you. Stop it! I'm sure it's scary. I've been trying to kill anyone until now. Even in Kyoto, I thought killing them was okay because they are already dead in that battle. I thought killer'd be killed. In the end, I just left him when I heard that Mudana took care of him. I felt relieved. Because you didn't get your hands dirty, someone else will just because you didn't get your hands dirty. It doesn't mean someone's blood won't still flow. I don't want to get my hands dirty. That's pretty selfish thinking, you know. Shut up! Killing. Until now, I've been casually throwing words, but they're getting stuck in my throat. Should I just wait for reinforcements to come? Let's just keep my hands clean. Shit! Am I going to kill him? Me? This guy! That director could hurt more people, I know that, but if I really kill someone, what will happen to my heart? I can't help but be scared of that. I didn't really think about it, but I really do only think about myself. These are my honest thoughts. I want someone to come make it impossible for me to recover. I want them to kill this guy instead. I want someone else to do the dirty work. How can you kill without worrying about that? How could you ever live with yourself? I've worked hard for the research that I wanted to accomplish, and I did it. I will reach my goal, whether that means are scary or immoral. What stops you are foolish thoughts. If you have a goal you're aiming for, throw everything away to reach it. Those who can't do that are just talkative bastards who talk about flimsy ideas. That's what you are right now. Shit. If you're a talkative bastard, nothing but disaster will happen. I have an idea. How about you die instead? Then your hands won't get dirty. Do you hate death? That's right, I hate it. I don't want to kill. I don't want to be killed. But I want to stop the enemy and not because of any casualties. That's a childish wish. What did you even come here for? Did you want to have a picnic? A game? Then we take a look into Shiki's brain, saying that as long as nobody's dead, he would never actually thought I would die. But then we see that he thinks it's all been a lie. He says, I'm prepared to die. I'm prepared to die. In the end, I can't do it. But he said, I only wanted to be some kind of protagonist. It was like an unrealistic game. Everyone is the same, or so I thought. It was all just a game to me. He says, until recently, I was just a student. And now being forced to kill someone That doesn't make any sense. That kind of excuse doesn't work in this world, says Nirvana. Then they finally get back to fighting. And then Nirvana uses one of his clones, and this dude's daughter starts to feel something in her stomach. One of her vital organs has been caught by Nirvana. And then Nirvana says, "Stop it." And then Nirvana says, "If you stay the way you are, I survived this far because of my blood-stained friends. I hope you all forgive me after this." And then Shiki says, "Stop it." And he says, "You won't be able to protect anything with your lukewarm determination." Then Shiki finally ups the blick and shoots at Nirvana, finally putting an end to his terror. This is fine. I'm okay. I'm fine. I really did it. I should get out now. After this long arc, we finally get to see the aftermath and the mentality that changed Shiki. And then we get to see character interactions from everybody and what they think on what Shiki had to do.
Well then, I'll be training you to use your blood erosion release for a longer duration. Release each one of your blood erosions.
Huh?
What's wrong?
No, it's just I can't release my blood erosion properly.
Well, we just got back from Keegan Falls.
Right.
Today's class is over. Tomorrow I'll be away for a few days, but don't get carried away.
Why can't I do it right? No, I know what the reason is.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm alright.
I just wanted to make sure you were okay. You look pale.
Thanks for your concern.
Well, if you don't want me to worry about you.
No,
It's just not my complexion. My dark, sad heart also makes me wonder what I'm doing, worrying about others.
so stop being so harsh on yourself all the time.
As long as you eat and sleep, you'll be fine. Let's take a bath before dinner.
Hiroshi-kun, when are you gonna start cleaning the school grounds?
Good luck with that. Won't you help me or something?
That's your punishment.
Shiki. Oh, Jesus, you scared me. Do you need any medicine that can help get rid of anxiety? Don't say that like I'm crazy! I have a pouch full of different medicines if you would like some. You're taking a bunch. Excuse me. Huh? Mudano's here too.
What happened, Shiki?
Well, I'm just feeling a little.
Shiki, sit down.
Huh?
Are you sleeping well?
Huh? Well, as usual. Sorry, I didn't mean to lie.
The first time everyone kills someone, they feel a bit shaky. There's nothing strange about it.
Yeah. And that director was a pretty bad guy. In the end, it's all thanks to Shiki that there will be no more victims.
I think so too. If he was still alive, he would have continued doing the same thing. It wasn't a bad thing to kill him, however. No matter how much you try to make excuses and justify it, it doesn't change what happened.
Yes, the result remains the same. There is no point in making excuses or justifying it.
Somehow, I can't get it out of my head. Like the feeling at the moment of killing, the director's dying face, the moment I killed him. Honestly, I wasn't prepared before I knew it. It was all over. It was all so sudden. I told myself to just do it, and I shot him. I got my hands dirty with that feeling. I don't know if it's a good thing. More than anything, now, I realize that decision was not a mistake, but I need to confirm it.
Shiki. Unfortunately, there's no way to confirm such a thing. Because in the first place, fighting is wrong. Still, you're prepared to go out onto the battlefield and take lives. You must also be prepared to have them taken from you. I'm sure the director you killed was also prepared to take lives. Even if you killed an Oni accidentally. Didn't you say this? I want even the Oni to be able to laugh and live their lives to the fullest. That dream has many different. Sometimes you have to believe in someone's blood. the experience with this. How do we live with that? In that sense, it remains a blank canvas. You can paint in any color you want, or you can put down the brush. It's up to you.
That's right. I'll think about it a little more.
Why did you hide? You were the first to tell me that Shiki was acting strange.
If I were there, I would have said it or spat it out.
You are very kind to him.
Me? To that guy? He's not too bad.
Well, it's a path that all fighters and fighting Oni take. But it's not easy. This is our sin. If we had ended the war in our generation, there would be no need for the younger generation to get their hands dirty. If you don't call that a sin, then what is it?
You're so kind. Don't be too nice, because that makes me sad.
Well, that's the end of my little project I kind of cooked up. I mean, there's a lot of things that I could talk about on here, dude. This was one of my first projects that I made, a long-term one. The last manga review I did, it got decent traction, 600 views. I really do enjoy making stuff like this. I make this stuff just for the fun of it because I can. Not worried about traction. I want traction, right? But enough to where I have a community. And I made this with my homies. Shout out to all of you. I appreciate all of you. I know while editing this that it doesn't sound the greatest, but don't worry. The next video that is I'm cooking up, I will give you guys a sneak peek. I'll give you guys a sneak peek.
Favorite type of animes are where they have no magic, no powers, no forms, just straight hands. And that's where we have my favorite new gen, Sakamoto Days.
Well, since you know what I'm cooking up next, just know voice acting will be better. The audio will be picked up better. I did just figure out another way to get better audio traction from my friends next time we do all this. But just wanted to say, if you did make it this far, I appreciate y'all. Give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. Hey, and if you got any requests on something to read, I'm all ears. I love reading, man. Next video, that will probably be up before my next project. I'm gonna keep, that's gonna be a little secret. But just know, it's fatal. Until next time, boys, peace.